Now, we've done a lot in regards to how do you maximize revenues. And one of the things about our terminal design is because it's in a U, it's hard to see the concession locations. What we're doing today in the future is that we're going to be aligning the passenger flow with our concession opportunities. So whether you're connecting or whether you are coming through the TSA checkpoint, you will not miss concession opportunities. So our shopping and dining experiences, as well as amenities, soft seating, information nodes, we're trying to make most of that available in the top part of the U as opposed to on the ends. The other thing that we're doing from a metric base, this will be the only time I'll really talk about metrics in regards to how we get there. We have a formula in the industry that for every 1,000 in plane passengers, meaning people that are getting on the plane, you need 8 square feet of concession space, whether that's retail or food and beverage. And that mix should be somewhere between 60% food and beverage and 40% retail. Right now, we're at 7.9. And in 2020, we're looking, by the time we finish this whole program, to be at 8. And overall, the terminals look great. But when you start looking at individual ones, for example, in Terminal C, we don't have enough concession space. We're at 5.7. So we're looking to add more concession space in Terminal C. And in Terminal E, we have too much. We have about twice as much concession space as we really need to have. And as a result, those businesses aren't as profitable as they really need to be. So we would shrink that space to make sure that we have enough to meet the demand and not too much where we're going to erode profits and revenue. We've also enlisted the support of a partner out of Fort Worth, the Buxton Group, where they do a lot of customer segmentation to really tell us what our passenger looks like. And they've been able to divide our passenger mix into about 66 different households. And about 48% of our local originating passenger really falls within about 3 categories. Those being Dreamweavers, and they have like some really nifty names for what they call those segments. But the Dreamweaver, for example, is well-off families with school-aged children, living an affluent suburban version of the American dream. They love brand names. Cost isn't an issue. Now, new suburban families, younger affluent workers, they want all the gadgets and they want the brand names, but they don't want to spend a lot of money for them. So they wouldn't necessarily go to the Ann Taylors or the Bloomingdales. They would go rather to Target and Best Buy. And then we got the young cosmopolitans. These are those folks that are on the go and they are very much into gadgets. So iPods and high-tech gear are some of the things that they're looking for. Now our connecting passenger, a lot more diverse. Though we have those 3 groups that we talked about just a moment ago, we also have 3 other segments in which that round out the mix for that connecting traveler. Urban commuter families, upscale, college-educated, baby boomer families. They too want quality, but not at the price for that quality. They want high quality, but at a lower price. Then there's a prime middle America, a mix of young, upper middle class couples and families that both either in a small town or in a mixed cities working environment. They too, in terms of cost, don't want to spend a lot of money. And then there's the steadfast conservatives. And they're high school, mostly older, and they want quality, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. So a lot of diverse in regards to who that passenger is, just based on appending their information, because we obtained this information through either their license plates or in gaining their names and addresses through surveys in the terminals, and we were able to really connect the dots with what they spend and how they spend it and what they look like. So if you were to carve out these different segments, you could really see that, wow, yeah, that looks like me. I really belong to XYZ segment. We then went in and we asked our passengers inside the terminals, what do you think? Who are you? What do you like? And what we were able to gather from that are heavy, in Terminal A, that's a heavy commuter connecting traffic, 62%, mostly business travelers, mostly males, 64% are males. The age is 25 to 54, and great household income, 50% 75,000, 30% 100,000, a sweet spot for any retailer. But in Terminal E, the demographics are a little bit different. These are mostly originating and destinating passengers. About 86% of them are either coming to Dallas or they're leaving from Dallas. They're not connecting any place. Mostly leisure versus business traveler. Still mostly male, but not as much. More of a mix in terms of male-female there. The age group is about the same, 25 to 54. And the household income, about 60-40, 60% of those being 75,000 and 38% of those being over 100,000. So the best was really talking to the passengers and just asking them, what do you like?
What type of shops or restaurants and services do you like at DFW Airport?
Oh, we enjoy the restaurants, especially here in Dallas, the Mexican restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as shops, we like to browse the duty-free and any spa that's available.
Oh, is there anything?
Actually just visited there earlier.
Oh, good. Is there anything that you'd like to see here that currently we haven't seen?
Well, one thing I haven't seen this morning is a luggage shop. I don't know if one's available, but I haven't seen one.
Okay. And what do you look for in a restaurant that you plan to visit at DFW Airport?
Very quick, efficient, professional service.
One.
What type of shops, restaurants, or services do you like to see at DFW Airport?
Well, I shop all the t-shirt shops, and I travel all over the United States. But you know, in New York and some places like that, they have foot massage places. That'd be great.
What do you look for in a restaurant that you plan to visit at the airport?
One of the things that I really like is when you can walk in and you can find low-calorie, green vegetables, fresh foods, things that are, you know, not just been in a box forever, but yet are good for you. Because a lot of things are really high calorie and full of carbohydrates, and if you travel a lot, that's not really good for you.
There'll be a theme coming through this.
Okay. And what do you look for in a restaurant that you're planning to visit here at the airport?
Good food, quick food, because you never know when you have to be on your next gate in and out.
Anything else that you look for when you go to the restaurant? Are you looking for anything else?
I would say here we can get many kinds of beverages which include so much sugar. But I would prefer something which doesn't include so much sugar.
Not so much sugar, okay. What type of shops, restaurants, or services do you like to see at DFW Airport?
Well, when I go to the airport, I usually like to see some food choices, and I like to have multiple food choices. I don't often give myself a lot of time, so I want something that's fast and easy, and I like to find things that are healthy.
I mean, food variety, healthy choices, permission to eat, to overindulge, and keep in mind that McDonald's and some of the other major chains that may not be perceived as good for you are some of our highest grossing locations, but they offer up that choice. They'll have salads on the menu, they'll have other perceptions there, and I think the passengers today, they want to have a variety of various food products as they travel.
And when you go to a restaurant here at the airport, what do you look for?
Food, I look for restaurants which don't make me wait longer, because some longer, because then when you get in, you just have to walk into a restaurant, grab something right away, and just run back to your gate. So most of these restaurants, they take some time for you to place an order and to get it. So I like to see restaurants that are faster that way.